us the self-reflection question, what would great look like? Help to call people up to greatness and to be more successful at work.
There's a couple of reasons this question, what would great look like, works. One, we all know what great looks like. Unfortunately, we use that information to judge other people on. See, I know what great looks like. It's what the lab's not doing. It's what providers aren't doing. It's what my leaders aren't doing. It's what HR is not doing. It's what my team members aren't doing. See, I know what great looks like, but I use it for evil. I use it to judge other people on. And instead of using great to call myself up to greatness, using that information. It also works, as I said before, it toggles me from low self to high self. And it works in another really great way. Every one of us craves having impact. And when I'm venting, I can't see a single place I can have impact. I can't fix everything, so I can't fix anything. All I can do is disengage. But if I'm toggle switched up and I can identify ways that I could be great, even when others have made mistakes, even when they might not deserve my help, when I can identify this, I get to satisfy my natural craving of having impact, and I get to come up with 100 options of how I could go plug and play and have impact and engage. See, engagement isn't just about perfect circumstances. Engagement is about being in high self and identifying ways I could engage and then going and doing that. Now, there are some of the techniques I'm giving you that I want you to practice with your best and brightest. I want you to start with the people who you know their toggle switches aren't broken. See, you have some folks on your staff these won't work with because their toggle switches are broken. They are rusted. You try and toggle switch them up and it blows the breakers. See, people have to be fit for work. They have to have working toggle switches. And that's really important because you need to help people overcome just their natural visceral responses to things. We all can be in low self during the day. Our job as a leader is to help people toggle into high self. And doing this, right, is actually teaching good mental processes. So how does it get rid of the drama? Drama is emotional waste. We need a good mental process. So someone is coming to me to tell me about the fact that they believe that somebody else was told they didn't have to do something on the last shift and now nothing is stocked. And on the way to me, they know I'll ask the question, what do you know for sure? So they're cleaning up their story. And all they know for sure is that to have a good shift, they would love to have the bin stocked, and so that might be the next thing they do to add value. Somebody comes to me to tell me how IT can't manage the way I have a paper bag, and they go, I'm gonna go find Cy and tell her how Karen has screwed this up, but wait a minute, she's just gonna ask me what I did to help, so why don't I just go directly to Karen and ask her what I could do to help? Somebody comes looking for me after they're in the room with the patient, and they're like, I gotta go find Wakeman, and she's just gonna ask me what great looks like. I'll just go be great. See, what starts to happen is not that people feel unsupported, but they feel like they now have mental processes to toggle switch up into the better part of their brain, move beyond just venting and disengagement and complaints into where things feel really good because they get to have impact. And this is important. This constant overcoming our human condition is really important because left to our own devices, when the going gets tough, we check out, we disengage, we fantasize about quitting. And we start to think it's not my deal and I wasn't consulted. And we engage in ego. When we engage in ego, we start venting and BMW driving, which is bitchy, moaning, and whining. And then we become convinced that our issue is our reality. And that the only way we can be successful is if reality were different. And then we see how hopeless that is because now we need more staff and more money and we need different schedules and we need other people to be accommodating and everybody to do their job and we need this perfect reality. And we even go to our leaders and say, fix reality, and they can't fix reality, and it just feels like we're doomed. But one thing we can do for leaders instead of jumping in, or as leaders I should say, instead of jumping in and fixing their reality is really just working to change their mindsets. Toggle switch them up so they can come at this with their full capacity, with their best self at the highest level of their licensure or certification. And those calls to greatness are helping people move from ego and venting into self-reflection, accountability, and then having impact.